Hello Centrals. I have also news. I've never shared it in a video before. As of last month, I am writing a column in a Romanian women's publication. And my column is obviously on sexual development, erotic development. So exactly my field of expertise from now on. So one of the first articles that I had was to ask the women in this community, what do they want to know, what do they want to learn about this field? Now, I got a lot of questions and I will start addressing them. The first one was from a woman who wanted to know how she can reinitiate or rekindle her sexual intimacy with her partner after childbirth. So, the biggest challenge for me ever, because I have not given childbirth, so I'm not a mother yet, but I do want to point this out. I want to be honest about it and transparent. However, I can still try to give you some advice, and please take into consideration that for this kind of subject, you would also have to go to a physician, to an OB/GYN, and to start, I don't know, seeing also a counselor or a therapist specialized in this area. However, we'll just take the broad conversation right now. So the first one, or the first advice I would give you in this situation would be to first and foremost give yourself time. Pregnancy took 9 months. And in those 9 months, your entire body changed. Your hormonal balance, your mineral balance, your weight, the way you were moving, every single thing changed. It is not easy to bear a child and then to give birth. It's like the biggest job on the planet, actually. And I can't stress how important it is to understand that this process of coming back to yourself will take time. It took 9 months to get here. It's obviously going to take at least the same amount of time to come back. And I'm saying at least because once you give birth, we all know that you have a lot of priorities that are not focused on you from now on. And there's another life that's completely and totally dependent on you. That's why 9 months might not be enough for you to get back on track. So the first one is give yourself time. And what to do with that time? Give yourself time to be with yourself. Now, giving birth, except for the physical and hormonal changes that they're huge, it's time consuming, not in a bad way, it's just time consuming to take care of this child or children if you gave birth to twins or triplets. So they don't have particular sleeping hours, particular crying hours, particular breastfeeding hours. They do that every time or all the time, and they need you constantly. So that's why the biggest challenge in this situation, the most beautiful situation ever, is to find time for yourself. So I would try to find at least 30 minutes every other day. You don't have to necessarily find 30 minutes daily. Again, I know it can be a challenge. And in those 30 minutes where nobody disturbs you physically, where no, I don't know, telephone rings, where no alarm goes off, where nothing happens, so that you can stay with yourself and just get in the habit of being on your own again. It sounds silly, but this is where it starts. In order to get intimate again with somebody and really connect, really be there for that person, you first have to be there for yourself. So you have to be at least relaxed, in peace, calm, with no, I don't know, unbalances, and I'm talking of physical unbalances now. So that's number one. Number two, it would obviously be to look after your health. So I know this goes without saying, and I know any woman who's given birth will obviously monitor her mineral balance, hormonal balance, vitamin balance. So obviously you're going to have blood tests, examinations, and ultrasounds and other computer tomographs and other tests done on your body. But I would also focus on eating and the quality of your food, is definitely important. I would focus on eating vegetables. First of all, any greens, because chlorophyll has magnesium at the nucleus, and you need magnesium intake. Stress can wear out, first of all, your magnesium resources, so take those first and foremost. Secondly, I would go for beetroot because it has a lot of iron, or spinach also. You need iron. A lot of women who give birth may have problem either with magnesium or with iron. Last but not least, you can try fruit, you can try salads, you can try juices. That's the fastest way to get minerals in your body. You can try hemp seeds. They have all of the omega-3, omega-6, omega-9. They have calcium. They have a lot of other nutrients, and nuts, walnuts, berries, anything that can get you high on natural oils and also on antioxidants. That's what berries are for, wild berries especially, lemons as well. And I would also try to stay hydrated. It's for any woman, whether she's given birth or not, whether she's carrying right now a child, staying hydrated is the most important. You need water in your body to help with all the internal processes the most, and you need to be hydrated. If you're hydrated, you can also focus better, your skin looks better, your muscles are better, everything is better. And if you're one who eats meats, I would try to eat as clean as possible. If you can get them from a safe source, from the countryside, if you can do that, that's perfect. The same thing with dairy products. I would try to stay away from supermarkets products as much as possible. Again, try to go for much safer sources where they don't add anything to them, so just stick to healthier products. Another thing that I would strongly advocate for is physical activity. So people don't move enough, and that's what causes low energy. That's what causes health problems, especially back problems if you're sitting around working all day. In your case, if you're going to carry somebody in your arms, a child is not necessarily easy, so he'll get heavier as time goes by. So you need to keep yourself in physical shape, and working the muscles of your back is the most important thing. Stretching is also important, and obviously toning your lower body, so working out your legs. Go for easy jogs, go for sit-ups, go for, if you can, only if you can, weighted sit-ups. So do a lot of things that will help you stay in shape. And you can get your partner to help you there, because it's one of the best things to work out together. And you can always adjust the intensity to your level of, If you're a beginner, if you haven't done any workouts, especially during the pregnancy, which was not necessarily an advisable thing, I would always encourage women to move, even if much more lighter. So you can take it again from the beginning with just easy workouts, and you can do them in your own home. You can reserve at least 10 minutes a day to do this, and it will help you again with everything. Working out is definitely going to get you into shape. Cardio workouts can also help you, because when you're having intimate moments, things get intense, and you need a strong heart, not just, a fit body or stronger muscles. Another thing that I would work on is creating the space. So creating the space of attraction between you and your partner is very important. And even if you've been in a relationship for many years, never take yourself for granted. That's one of the traps of many long-term relationships. They start taking their partners or one another for granted, and this is it kills the passion, it kills the whole magic around it, it kills the whole desire for it. So you need to be able to create this space where you're, first of all, comfortable with yourself. And when you feel good about yourself, you obviously feel good, and you're attracted to your partner, and you're attractive to them also. Secondly, if you're not yet engaging physically, for instance, if childbirth has been painful, and a lot of women can experience that, and therefore sexual intercourse can be painful to them. You can start lightly. You can just start with hugs, caresses, massage. Intimate massage, as kinky as it sounds, it can also heal a lot of tension that is accumulated there. If you have scars, it can alleviate some of the pain, so I would not discard this one. To the contrary, I would include it. I would flirt daily. I would make small innuendos. Remember the way you were at the beginning, when you didn't have things, you didn't know whether it was going to work out or not. You weren't sure if the other person liked you or not. Well, you need to get that energy back into the relationship again. That, if you manage it properly, can make things just spark again. And the last thing, I would argue, and this is not from personal experience, but I have had a lot of women coming to my events, some of them with children, and a lot of them said that after childbirth, they were able to connect much better with their partner. Number one, because they were much more at ease with their own body, so they didn't worry how it looked. After childbirth, nothing seemed that important, so they relaxed about that. Secondly, because they brought a life on this planet together, they were able to open up and get more into the emotional intimacy. And that's obviously what is going to take the sexual intimacy and the sexual encounter to a high or to a deeper, much more intense experience and level. So after childbirth, it's actually not, guaranteed that sexual life is going to get worse. No. A lot of women are actually saying the opposite. It seems counterintuitive, but if you realize that if the woman is much more relaxed and much more at ease with everything, things can get even better. So take this into consideration and open up to your partner, open up to yourself once again, and also seek counseling. So if you have any particular things that went wrong during childbirth, that's normal, it's human. A lot of us can have problems, and there are people that can help you, especially with those kinds of issues. So go openly to anyone whom you think might be suitable to help you, and try out things. And take the time to do this for yourself, with your partner, and for your relationship. So I hope this helps. Again, this is a subjective answer, and I am not a person specialized in childbirthing. I'm not a midwife. I'm not a physician for that matter. But I still think this advice can be of use, and I encourage you to stay open to what will happen to you from now on, because it might just be the best time you will have from now on. So take it like this. Take it with this perspective. The way you look at things, the energy that you bring onto this path is the one that is going to determine actually whether you're successful or not. So your mental disposition is never to be disconsidered, to the contrary. So I hope that you have a beautiful life as a mother. I hope that your child will be as happy and as healthy as possible. And I hope that your sexual life will be as rich and as beautiful as it can get from now on.